Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about the best paring knife for under $10. And as of the recording of this video, the knife I'm going to be talking about is between $750 and $850 on Amazon. From the official manufacturer themselves, it's $799 for the one with the bigger handle, and there's another one with a slightly smaller handle that is like $760 or something around there, okay? And this was recorded early 2020, so if you find this later on, the price might be different, but that was the price at the time of the recording. I will leave links in the description where you can check these knives out yourself and see the current pricing if you're interested in buying one for yourself. Yes, let's dive straight in, okay? So the knives we're talking about today, the best paring knives for under $10, are by far, in my opinion, the Victorinox serrated paring knives. Okay, I've got two of these here, and the reason why I have two in my house is one, because they're so versatile, you can use them for so many different things, and in case one goes beyond where I can't use it anymore, I still have a spare one. But I also use these knives double for me as steak knives. So because in my household it's just me and my partner, I have two of these because whenever we eat steak, we use these as steak knives as well. Now, coming from myself, I've worked in hospitality since I was about 15 years old. I am now 29 years old, which makes it a total of 14 years in hospitality. Now, there has been on and off periods in hospitality, and most of that has been front of house, but there has been some back of house stuff as well for me, where I was working in a food truck cooking up some fast food. So now, because I've been in the industry, in the hospitality industry for so long, I've come across many different brands of paring knives, okay? And I've tried many different variants, and serrated and normal straight edge knives, and there is no other brands that match up with Victorinox, unfortunately. And that is also one of the reasons why they are so popular with the American Test Kitchen and why they are the winner in all of their tests too. It's simply because they're just that good. Okay, they're very durable, they're easy to look after. The blade is flexible enough, but not too flexible, and that might sound trivial, but that makes such a huge difference when you're using the knife a lot, because if the knife starts to go a little bit more dull, then if you have a blade that is more flexible, it's going to be much harder to actually use that blade efficiently and use that knife efficiently, okay? I've been around knives and kitchens for a long time, even if I've been front of house stuff, which means that I will still be using knives a lot because of all the fruit prep that you do in a bar, and paring knives are always around in those situations, okay? When you can spend $8 on a single paring knife, and then you can buy sets of these, which makes the unit price even cheaper, and you spend $8 per knife, and you get a knife that you can keep for a very long time, that's very easy to use for anyone in the house, whether it's someone who's not used to cooking or someone younger. If you're comfortable with them using a knife, these knives are a great option, because giving them a sharp knife is a much better option than giving them a dull knife, because it's much easier to slip if you have a dull knife. So you always want to make sure that you use sharp knives. Now, these knives, they can take a beating. You can toss them in drawers, and you put them in dishwashers, and do whatever you want, and they're going to remain sharp. Now, that's not something that I recommend that you do. You should look after your knives the best way you can, and make sure that you do everything you can to leave them as sharp as possible, because then they will just last longer. Okay, now these Victorinox paring knives are by far the best paring knives under $10 in my opinion, and if you don't have one already, I really suggest that you invest in at least a couple of these, depending on how many people you have in your household. You might want to get a couple more, because it's nice to have one per person if you have a nice steak one night, so you have a suitable knife for each person, unless you already have a steak knife set. But yeah, these are good for cutting any types of fruits or vegetables. In bars, we use them for fruit prep all the time, so if you're cutting up lemon wedges or lime slices or whatever it might be, these are really useful and handy, because they're small, they're easy to use, and they're easy to look after, and they are going to stay sharp for a very long time. And when it's time, when they've kind of done their lifetime with you, it's very cheap to just replace them and invest in some new ones. So, and that's really all that comes to it. When you can get such a high quality knife that is so durable and so easy to use and stays sharp for so long, for $8, it's pretty much a no-brainer in my opinion. It should be a staple in your kitchen, okay? Now, if you want to check out the Victorinox paring knives that I have in my hand here, you can click the links in the description below to check some out for yourself. And if you have any questions about these knives, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. And if this video has been helpful for you finding the best paring knife for under $10, make sure you leave us a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this to come. And I will see you guys in the next video.